Right. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to St John's Church, and it is absolutely fantastic for us to be together in the church for the first time, I would suggest, for a service for over 18 months. So it's brilliant, and thank you very much to everybody at St John's Church for welcoming us so heartily back to the church. Now, who can tell me what we're here for today? Elspeth. It's our Harvest Festival, okay? And this is where we give thanks to God and thanks to the people who provide our food throughout the year. They're harvesting their food at this special time of year. Now, we've been learning about harvest through different artists, and every class will be coming to the front and talking and sharing some work that they've been doing, learning about harvest through their chosen artist. But to start our service, we are going to stand all together to sing the Harvest Song. Absolutely fantastic. What a great sound you've made when you were singing that Harvest Song. Filling the entire church. Brilliant stuff. Keep it up. Right, so as I mentioned, we're looking at harvest. And we're looking at harvest through different artists. And we're going to start off with our youngest children, the reception children, and they have been learning about an artist called Yayoi Kasuma, and it's linked to the pumpkin. So I'm going to pass over to reception. There you go. Look at those beautifully decorated pumpkins. Can we give reception a big round of applause? Oh, sorry, I've forgotten. They've got a song to sing for us as well. So they need to put the pumpkins down, I think. Yeah, put them down on the floor. Give them a round of applause. I'm really looking forward to taking this pumpkin time. Right, excellent. Well done reception. If you want to start making... Oh, sorry, Miss Anne, I'll leave this one to you. Excellent, well done reception. Right, now, as you may well know, we are very fortunate that we have our own growing garden, our own eco-garden back at school. And we have a group that work very hard in looking after that eco-garden and looking after anything to do with looking after the eco-environment in our school. And the Eco Club, I believe, are coming to talk to us about the pumpkins that they've been growing this year.
Or using some space in a garden or windmill is a great thing. garden. In our outdoor garden, we have grown many things this last year. We have grown pumpkins, tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, potatoes, courgettes, chives, rhubarb, and basil.
What we have eaten has been very tasty. We are looking forward to using our pumpkins and making pumpkin soup.
If you have a vegetable plot or are growing some of your own food, we hope that you are enjoying it as much as we are.
Right, excellent. Hold up your pictures so you can see all the things. You can see pictures of the things that have been growing there. And can we give a round of applause for our eco? Excellent job, well done. Right, okay, so that's it. I've been promised pumpkin pie and pumpkin soup. Let's see what else we've got on the agenda. So here we've got Year 1 and Year 2, and they've been learning about a very famous artist called Vincent van Gogh, and looking in particular at his picture around the wheat field and crows. So I think Year 1 and Year 2, if you're ready to come on.
We looked at a picture by a famous Dutch artist, Vincent van Gogh. It is called Wheat Field with Crows. The painting is of wheat. The artist wanted to show how important a healthy field of crop was. Wheat is very important and harvested by farmers to make lots of different things, such as biscuit, bread, cereal, cake, and much more. We drew pictures like Van Gogh by making lots of different lines on the paper out of blue, yellow, and brown pixels. In Year 1, we use crayons for our at one point to show what artist is about. My favourite food is battered sausage and chips. The next question was, where does it come from? And I learned that battered comes from flour, which comes from wheat, and sausages comes from a pig, and chips come from a potato. My next question was, how do I get my food? First the farmers grow it, then they get it, then they deliver it to my city and I buy it. Finally, my last question was, what is harvest? I said it was a time to thank God and the farmers for all the hard work in growing the food we use.
Well done, Isla, and well done all you children in Year 1 and Year 2. Can you give them a big round of applause? Okay, Roxanne, if you want to lead off, 1 line at a time. 1 line at a time, Amelia. Okay, Amelia, off you go. Okay, Luca. Right, so now it's time for us to sing our next song, which is Cauliflower's Fluffy.
The boy is sleeping in a blanket.
Now, this is a word I didn't get right yesterday, but their artist is Giuseppe Acrimboldo. Say it again. Acrimboldo. There you go. Right. Well, it just shows rehearsal. It doesn't really work, does it? There you go. Right. So year 3 and 4. If you'd like to come to the front and talk to us all about your artist. Giuseppe Acrimboldo. Right, who's speaking first?
This year we have been looking at harvest throughout. In year 3 and 4 we have looked at the artist Giuseppe Acrimboldo.
He was an Italian artist who was born in 1520. That was nearly 500 years ago.
He was best known for creating portrait heads made of fruits, vegetables, flowers and fish.
His most famous painting was called Tithonus, who is the Roman god of the season. In year 3 we used our own ideas to create our fruit and vegetable portrait.
In year 4 we got our ideas from Acrimboldo's portraits.
Right, hold your pictures up nice and clear so we can all see them. There you go. Brilliant. Give them a round of applause, please. Okay, Mia, if you'd like to make your way back. Now, as you know, at St John's, we are very much a school that thinks about others and thinks about people less fortunate than ourselves. And at this time of year, we always collect food for a charity. Now, who can put their hand up and tell me the name of that charity? Oliver Long, go on, shout it out nice and loud. Stockport Food Bank, absolutely right, okay? And I do believe some of our school counsellors are going to come and talk to us about the work that we are doing and how it will benefit Stockport Food Bank.
Again this year we'll be taking our school's harvest donations to support the work of Stockport Food Bank. Food Bank don't think anyone in our community should have to face going hungry, so they provide 3 days of nutritionally balanced emergency food and support local people who are referred to them as in crisis. They are part of a nationwide network of food banks working to combat poverty and hunger across the UK. Our school also wants to remember and help those people in need of our support, and that is why we will give your food donations to Food Bank. If you haven't been able to donate any food yet, you can still bring it into school today. After the holidays, some of our school counsellors will take the food to the Food Bank. They will also ask some of the Food Bank volunteers for more information about their organisation and share what they find out in assembly. Thank you to all of these who were able to donate some food to support those less fortunate than ourselves.
Excellent. I couldn't have put it better myself. Give our school council a big round of applause. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you very much. And just to reiterate, if you have got some food that you would like to bring for Food Bank, it is still not too late to bring that into school, and we will make sure it goes to that ever such a good cause. Okay. Right, now finally we're going to move on to year 5 and 6, and thankfully they've studied an artist that I can pronounce, and it's Andy Warhol. And hopefully year 5 and 6 are going to come and show us some of their artwork and talk to us all about it.
printed on canvas. In A6, we recreated food cans and candles, words of appreciation, using watercolours, pencil, crayons and felt tips. In links to the book we have been reading in class called The Great Food Bank Heist. Now we will read a poem written by someone who uses a food bank.
I know what it's like to use the same tea bag twice, to cut them all from the first as well. I didn't ever think I would be in such a mess while working full-time for a living while suffering from illness and stress. I choose to work to pay my own way but have no spare money at the end of the day. My cupboards and fridge are empty. What else can I do? Leaving my three elderly pets on the street, it just wouldn't do. I don't have a partner for support. The children have grown and left home. No luxuries do I have as I can call my own. I do not have a plasma screen TV, no tumble dryer here for me. No plush leather sofa or latest mobile phone, no holiday do I take or house do I own. Swallow my pride and illness dim, so visiting the food bank who love me within, as I wipe my tears from my face all down my chin.
Food bank volunteers greeted me with a smile, sat me down with a cup of tea.
I began to chat and told of my dismay at finding myself at the food bank today, and a penny in my purse that I could offer to pay. What more could I say? It's all right, the lady said as I was handing her tissue. Don't look at being here as such an issue. So privileged and grateful, I felt as I was provided with food as a Kensington. To have food on the table this cold winter's day is very much appreciated and humble to say. Food bank, I thank you for helping me today.
There you go, look at their artwork. We've heard a poem, and that poem was by somebody who used Food Bank. A big round of applause for year 5 and 6, please. Fantastic work, well done. Okay, Nora, if you want to lead on. Right, I do believe Anna is coming to come, and she's got a harvest prayer for us. So hands together and eyes closed.
Dear Lord, thank you for the farmers who grow crops, vegetables and fruit for us to eat. Help them as they harvest these crops in all kinds of weather. We are thankful for the huge variety of food that we have to choose from and that we never have to go hungry. We are sorry if we sometimes waste food. Please help us to recognise that we are very lucky. We pray for all those across the world who are not as lucky as us and often go hungry. We help to look after our world, to treasure all the things that we have, and to play our part in making the world a safe and happy place for us and for those who live in the future. We praise you, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power and glory, forever and ever. Thank you very much, Anna. Now, as I said, we are very grateful for St John's Church allowing us to come and have our service in church. But Mr Smith, who's a member of the congregation at St John's Church, but also one of our governors, is going to come and say a few words.
Can you hear me at the back? Put your hands up if you can hear me. Good, that's fine. Thank you so much this morning for what I've seen. Tremendous effort by you all. And I know some of you already. Put your hands up if you know me already. Oh, well there we are then. My goodness, I don't need an introduction. Okay, put your hands down. Well, before I talk to you for a few minutes, I was just thinking as I sat there with Mr Ross, we're just a little bit older than most of you. And I thought if Mr Ross and I added together our ages, I worked out roughly over our lifetimes, between us, we'll have been over 200 harvest festivals. Isn't that amazing? It's incredible, isn't it? That's right. Now, I want to show what I was going to talk about a few minutes ago. I have sort of ideas in my head. So I'm going to tell you a story about harvest. And I want to take you back about 70 years when I was a boy. Your age, about 7, 8, 9. And this happened every year in my young life. But it's an amazing experience, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it as well. Let me set the scene. It's midsummer, it's warm. I'm sitting on some hay bales. When they collect the hay from the fields, farmers string it up into bales. They're like oblong pieces of chocolate. Anyway, I was sitting on one side of the farmyard, and in the distance I can see 3 farm trucks loaded with new bales of hay. I was sitting, I'll say the other side of the farmyard, on old bales. In between where I could also see are several layers of very, very old bales. And the farm workers were pitching them with a pitchfork. I won't explain what that is. It's a huge long fork with 2 prongs. You need to see a picture of it, really. And they were throwing the bales into a second or third truck so that they would go out of the farmyard in place for the new bales. Right? Sitting next to me, right, 3 cats. And they all had biblical names. I'll tell you close to the moment. The farmer, who I knew well, a great guy, he was a member of the choir in the local church. I was a chorister there as well, so I knew him. In fact, I knew him until old age. And he was 95 when he died. I saw him in the year of his death. But I was also very grateful to him for teaching me such a lot. Anyway, I spent a lot of time in the farmyard with the animals. But I had 3 cats, and they have biblical names. The farmer's wife, who was also a churchgoer, had given them biblical names. One was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let's try it, shall we? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Good. Now I want you to think of those 3 cats. They were a motley collection, right? And some of their fur was missing. 2 had holes in their ears where they'd been fighting. But they were sitting by me on the bales. And we were all waiting for the very moment that only happens once a year. The farm workers had got down to the second layer of old bales, and they cleared them in a front square. So left in the middle were a couple of hay bales, and this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the moment that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Let's have it again, shall we? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were three men in the Old Testament. Right. The farm worker with the longest of the pitchforks took hold of the middle of the bales and pitched one into the farm truck, and suddenly, whoosh! Out of the centre, below where the bale was, thousands and thousands of field mice were squeaking and jumping like that, and my 3 cats just shot off and ran around. Actually, I don't think they caught very many. They did catch some, because they were harvesting their food. And then all went quiet. Then we came to the last layer, and the cats came back to sit close to me. I knew them so well. And so coming out from one of the bales, I remember distinctly, all that time ago, there was something you don't always see amongst a lot of field mice. Rather large looking mouse poked out, and it was a rat. And Abednego suddenly shot off and jumped on this rat and ran off. I don't know what happened to the rat. Who knows? But harvest is a great time in a farmer's life. And for me, it's all about catching mice and having 3 cats. And over the years, So you've harvested all the food, brought it into church, been blessed, and you're taking your food to the food bank. And I think that's a superb way of showing that your school is a Christian school and you're always out to help other people. And it's far better to give than it is to receive. Thank you, Mr. Rayner. And I'm going to ask Mr. Ross now to complete the input from St. John's Church. He's going to say some prayers for us.
Lord, as we celebrate this season of Thanksgiving, we give thanks for the blessings of food, provision and nourishment. Please grow in us a harvest of the word. Come sow a seed of hope within our souls, Lord, that we might yield goodness, patience and kindness in abundance. Sow a seed of peace in our lives, Lord, that we might bear the fruits of forgiveness, compassion and righteousness. Come sow a seed of love in our hearts, Lord, that others will reap the blessings of family, friendship and community. May each seed of hope, peace and love grow within us into a harvest that can be feasted on by all. Lord, thank you for walking through us, with us, through the seasons of our lives. For the winter, when we are held safe in your arms through the shadows. For the hope of spring, as we are filled with new promise and life. For summertime, full of warmth and colour. And for autumn days, as leaves fall to seed, you grow. Lord, thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the trees. Thank you for our special friends and all the fun they bring. Thank you for the food we eat, and thank you for our dreams. But most of all, we thank you for the way you love us all. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ross, another one of our governors, and thank you very much, Mr. Smith, for your kind words. That brings us nearly, and well, no, we're actually not. We're moving on with our service, is the best way to put it, not at the end. But we're going to stand now, we're going to sing We Plough the Fields and Scatter.
We
end of half-term assembly, we felt that we couldn't let it go without having a few things that we normally have in our weekly family assembly. So there you go, we are still going to do this, but we're going to need lots of help. So we're going to start off with top table. So who can help me give these out? Come on, Nico. Right, there we go. So, doing it with a mic. Here we go, right, here we go. So, Ava Yao is our first person who gets our top table award. Been spotted being very well behaved, apparently, Ava. We've got Trixie Boyle. There you go, Trixie, and again, you've been spotted being very well behaved. Alex Palin. Alex Palin, very polite. No, sorry, actually, no, I got ahead of myself. Well-mannered. Then we've got Isla Lowe, who's been very polite. We've got Louis Sanchez. Good behaviour, Louis Sanchez. Lola Campbell, very polite. And Akshara, helpful. So there you go, this is our top table, people. They'll be sat there having lunch. Going to be well looked after on the top table. Give them a round of applause, please. Right, Head Teachers Award. And I have got a few Head Teachers Awards. Right, now Year 6 have been doing some excellent poetry. So I've got 3 children in Year 6. We've got Zachary Donnelly, Sonny Maud, and Millie Bradwell. There you go, Zachary. What was your poem about?
A moon.
It was about it wasn't just a moon, was it? What was the title of it?
Moon of hate.
The Moon of Hate. Sonny, yours was The Changing River, and Millie, yours was The Frosty Forest. Excellent job. So we haven't really, well, we could hear one. Does anybody want to read theirs? Sonny, do you want to read yours? Here we go then.
As the wind whistles, the river carves its path. The sky can only listen as the stream begins its wrath. The mountains are guarding the sun as it sets. The river storms through like a fighter jet. The trees stand tall, huddled in a crowd. Cautious with the river, they still stand proud. The outraged river has fought for its path. Boulders turn to pebbles as they faced its wrath. The river's rage and finally deceased. All is now well, the river's now pleased.
Brilliant. Excellent. Do you want to read yours, Zachary? Come on then, let's hear it.
The moon was an emperor who had conquered the sky. Trees gathered together in a crowd as they witnessed his victory. A gentle chatter spread throughout the forest, calming whispers from each tree as the cool breeze carved its way through the combination. The mountain was the guardian of the forest, sheltering his people from any harm. The proud forest was an army of soldiers that stand firmly on their ground. As the aurora's sun arose, the moon backed down, surrendering in disappointment, and the trees cheered in delight.
Fantastic. Bit of personification there at the end, if I'm not mistaken. Millie, do you want to do yours? You don't want to do yours? Well, I have to say yours is an excellent poem as well. So there you go, these 3 children here, done an excellent job. They get one of these, and they got the head teacher certificate. And apparently it's extra special getting a head teacher's award in church. Is that right, Sonny?
Yes.
Are you wanting to take a bow? Come on then, let's take a bow, the 3 of you, come on. Give them a round of applause, please. Moving on. Right, I have got an outsider. Oh, this is the Zachary Donnelly Assembly. Zachary, up you come, Zachary, again. So Zachary, outside of school, he's a bit of a karate expert, is that right? And it says here, there's a picture of Zachary there, collecting, he's had a grading, is that right?
So I went to the grading at my karate school, and everyone did some grading, and I passed, and I got full marks, and I think I graded twice.
Yeah, it says here, double graded. Wow, imagine I've never been double graded. There you go. Excellent job. There's a great picture of it. How often do you go to your karate?
Every week.
Every week. There you go. So, big round of applause for Zachary, please. Moving on. Right, birthdays. Anybody got a birthday? Get yourself a sticker as well. There you go, Toby. Well done, Ariana. Oh, here's Marianne. Oh, Miss Allen, apparently. Miss Allen's got to come up. Now, how old do you think Miss Allen is? Go on, Louis, shout it out. Wow. I'm not even going to ask how old you think I am then. Go on, Finley. 31. Sounds like it's knowledge there. Is it 31? Is the age? It is 31. Who would have believed it? How old were you when you first came to St John's?
24.
24. Part of the furniture. Right, sing them nice and loud, please. Happy birthday to you. How old do you think Ariana is? Shout it out. 6? 7? 7. How old do you think Toby is? 9? And what about Ali? Is that right? Yeah, very good. Nice and loud, sing up for them, please. Happy birthday. Right. I'm not sure if attendance was on the PowerPoint actually, to be fair, but I've got attendance here. Mr. Ross at the back there, he's our attendance governor. So if I don't do it, he gives me a bit of a telling off. So here we go. This is our attendance this week. 95.9%. Under the circumstances, I think that's pretty good. I think a lot of schools are finding that their attendance at this moment in time is a lot less than that. So here we go, let's see who's won it overall. Reception, 95.1. Year 1, 96.6. Year 2, 92.4. Miss Smithy, ooh, your head bowed in shame there. Year 3, 98.7. Year 4, 96.8. Year 5, 95.0. And Year 6, 96.5. So this week's winners are... They are, it's Year 3. You get Year 3? Give Year 3 a round of applause, please. Right, Connie. Now, obviously, Connie can't make the way to the... Oh, look who we got here? Right, okay, listen up. Well, look at that. Connie's made her way all the way to St John's Church. Say hello to Connie. Connie, dare I say that you look like a bit like the rest of us? You put a bit of COVID timber on. Is it like you haven't got your coat on in there, have you? Right, okay, let's have a look, see how we're doing. So, come to the front, please. And I have got some, there you go, there's a band here. So, in reception, we've got Sky Haxton. Up you come, Sky. Get yourself one of those and come and stand there in front of, that's it. Come and stand in front of Connie here. Year 1, Fleur Blesser. Year 2, Roxanne Henry. Year 3, Ava Smichael. Year 4, Maria Alsadi. Year 5, Eva Rose, Harris Pemberthy. And Year 6, Keane Senior. Yeah. Get yourself one of those, Eva Rose. Or even Eva Rose. Can you get yourself up back there? Right, we better have a drum roll then, please. Right, so the winners this week it's only Keane Senior. Excellent. Round of applause for all our Connie concentration. Right, say goodbye to Connie. Right, okay, so where are we up to now? Surely we're nearly there. Is it team points? Right. So listen carefully, please. Right. Red team, 142 points. Green team, 205 points. Yellow team, 243 points. Blue team, 179 points. So it's the yellow team. Have we got the yellow team captains? Oh, here they come. Right. This is better than lifting the Champions League. There you go, all up in the air. Round of applause for the yellow team, please. Right, okay, I'm just checking where I'm up to. Right, I think we're nearly there, we're very nearly there. But we've been learning with one more song which we need to sing, and it's Harvest Samba. So please stand up, ready to sing Harvest Samba. Excellent. Brilliant job. Thank you very much indeed. And that brings us to the end of our Harvest Festival. And what a Harvest Festival that has been. Give yourselves all a fabulous big round of applause. Excellent job indeed. I just want to say a huge thank you, first and foremost, to all you children for all your contributions, but also I'd like to say a really big thank you to all your teachers, teaching assistants, everybody who's worked so hard to put our service together. It's really been a lovely occasion to come into St John's Church, and obviously we can't leave without saying a huge thank you to everybody at St John's, and can we have a round of applause for Mr Ross and Mr Smith, please? Thank you very much indeed.